Hey friend, welcome to a new day. This is Zen, and thank you for joining me on our journey coming back from fear. Today is episode 21, and this is going to be the last episode in this series. Don't fret. There is already another series in the pipeline, which I'll mention at the end of this podcast. For this final episode, we will look at the fear of losing our religion. Two little boys were known as troublemakers, stealing everything they could get their hands on, even from their church. One day, a priest stopped one of the boys and asked, "Where is God?" The boy shrugged, and the priest repeated, "Where is God?" The boy ran out of the cathedral, crying to his home where he hid in a closet. Eventually, his brother found him and asked, "What's wrong?" The crying boy replied, "We're in trouble now. God is missing, and they think we took him." Well, this episode is not about losing God, but about losing our religion. Everyone has their own, quote, religion, even if they are not part of an organized religion. I guess that would be called a disorganized religion. But a religion is really a belief, and beliefs about life and the afterlife can, of course, be independent of an organized religion. Our personal beliefs are a myriad of experiences that we've gathered over our lifetime. And these come from all the external influences on our lives, and this does include an organized religion. Try looking at it this way. Organized religion is how we externally act out our beliefs. A group of individuals gets together to decide what are the acceptable ways to express their similar beliefs and how to express their feelings about their God externally. Organized, defined, and even policed. But our inner religion is more about a personal relationship with our Creator. It's more about our beliefs about ourselves, others, and the world. It is like the difference between how we interact with our best friend in a large group or social setting and how we interact with them when we are one-on-one with them. One-on-one is, of course, more personal. We're more open. We share things we wouldn't publicly. Our walls are down with that best friend. When we are in the solitude of our personal relationship with our Creator and our own beliefs, we have a lot of peace. The battle begins when we step outside of ourselves, trying to make others accept our personal relationship as how they should interact with their Creator, or when we fear someone else is trying to change our beliefs or relationship with our Creator. We're also challenged when our organized religion tries to organize our disorganized religion inside us. We can fear that others won't choose our own religion or beliefs or proclaim theirs as the right ones, that ours is wrong. Wars have started over religion, over beliefs, which is interesting when both sides proclaim their religion as the correct one, and their religion is supposedly based on love or unconditional love. We dig in our feet that our religion is the correct one, even though there are ancient books and beliefs, older than our own, stating different beliefs as well. And there are many beliefs that started way before the written word. Can anyone really be 100% positive that their organized religion is the exact correct one? As a parent with many children who all have different beliefs about who their parent is, is only one of them right? Are any of them wrong? So in our fearing, we become defensive. Defensiveness, one clear flag that we are in fear. When I realize I have nothing to prove to anyone, that my personal beliefs inside are my own, that my personal relationship with the Creator inside me is my own, and that there is nothing anyone can do to take away those beliefs, it is then I realize my power. I am the only one that can change me or change my mind. People can try. People have tried to change my beliefs. But until I am ready or want to, it ain't happening. No one can take my soul away from me. No one can make me think differently until I'm ready to think differently. A little boy was causing a commotion with his brothers in the back seat on a long drive on a family vacation. The parents decided to have him come up and sit with them in the front. He reluctantly abandoned his assault on his siblings and stood up on the front seat, refusing to sit down even when his parents asked him to. Well, finally it came to the point of the mention of punishment if he didn't do what they said. So he sat down with a pouty lip and said, "I may be sitting down on the outside, but I am standing up on the inside." And that is exactly how any of us can be. No one could ever truly make us do anything we don't want to do on the inside. I could be forced physically to bow before a king, but inside I could be standing up. And that is where we experience life, on the inside. All our emotions happen inside us, not outside of us. Losing our religion, it is losing our spiritual ego. Spiritual ego? Zen, what is that, you ask? I discovered the spiritual ego when I became aware that I had an ego cohabitating with me in this body, in this mind. The thought came in my head that I needed to become spiritual. After all, that is what waking up is about, right? That's what I thought about at the time. So as my ego, represented by a hand puppet on my left hand, pretended to fade out of the picture, another new hand puppet on my right hand appeared, the spiritual ego. Its goal was to keep me in the midst of my fear experience, my conditional love, by telling me that I still needed to become something else, someone else. Where my non-spiritual ego before had a long list of things that someone ought to become in their lives, the spiritual ego had a whole new fun list, just written in a different font. But really, it all came down to the same purpose. Keep me in the past, rehearsing things that have already happened, or take me into my future with a belief that my fulfillment only exists in the future when this long list is met. This would keep me out of this amazing moment now where I can find my true self and really begin to wake up. And that is the ego's job here, to give us endless opportunities to experience fear and conditional love. Our inner and outer, disorganized and organized religions are all part of this conditional world. The holy order of the supposed to, the should, the must. I am not telling you that you are supposed to lose all of that. That would be like telling a group of people having a blast riding all the rides at an amusement park that they need to stop riding the rides. When we are bored with riding one ride, we will move on to another. When we are bored riding rides in general, then we will take in a show at the theater there or people watch. When we are ready, our wake-up call will come, and we will become very unsettled with life as it is, and will begin to search out something different for our life. That is when we begin to turn inward. It is the design. When we are sick and tired of being disappointed with the external, that is when the fog begins to lift. It all happens at the exact perfect time, always. If we think it is right now and it isn't time, we won't wake up. If we think it is time now to wake up and it is time, then it'll happen. It's as simple as that. Our spiritual ego will keep us in a loop of trying to become someone else. If we are still trying to become someone else, then we are still in the conditional world. Because when we are in unconditional love, we can accept our inner perfection and just be. There is no becoming. We already are. So losing our religion is the journey of remembering who we really are, powerful, supernatural beings made from unconditional love. The journey is all about our worth. When we begin to question all these external and internal roles that we have on this conditional love list, we begin to see the truth of things. When our brain sees the lies and understands the fear behind trying to please all the external people, it begins to let go of the limiting beliefs. The fog starts to burn away in the light of unconditional love, and we remember more and more with each moment. We come here to experience conditional love, and my goodness, do we experience. No moment is ever wasted. It's been a blast chatting with you about this journey coming back from fear. If you haven't listened to the other episodes, I encourage you to go back to the introduction and start all over. This is a huge wake-up call. And in the beginning, we're a little groggy as the fog begins to lift. Try listening to the episodes with a slightly more open mind each time, and your adventure will take on a whole new palette of colors. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. As I mentioned earlier, this is the last episode in this series, Coming Back from Fear, but I already have another series coming next week, which I'm calling The Power of Choice. The Coming Back from Fear series was the foundation for understanding why we are here, what is causing the ruckus in our lives, and how we can begin to move out of fear back to who we really are, unconditional love. The Power of Choice series is going to be a continuation of that journey, but in these episodes, we will look at the stories we tell ourselves, the emotions that are exploding inside us because of those stories, and how we can ignite our power of choice to choose differently. I'm very excited about continuing this adventure with you. So until next time, join me in realizing that every moment is of unconditional love or the fear of losing the conditional love. No moment is ever wasted. Remember who you really are.